how we went from this to this, from this to this. Hey there, filmmaker family, this is Daniele, I'm director of photography from Italy, and in this video I'm going to show you how I recreated 4 different indoor scenarios, using just 2 lights, the new X100 and G60 by Zhiyun. But before we get started, let me show you first this light can make. As you can see, this light with a bit of creativity can make a difference in illuminating your space. Now let's dive into the first scenario. In the first scenario, I create a dramatic close-up scene using only the X100 by Zhiyun as a single source of light. I position it behind the subject to emphasize the silhouette. Despite its portability, the X100 is very powerful, allowing me to easily bounce the light with a reflector that provides enough strength to illuminate the face as a key light. To make the scene even more epic, as we didn't have an expensive smoke machine, I had to recreate the effect of smoke behind the subject using a powdered sugar. This gives the scene a more mysterious look. The reason I opted for this method is that it's not only inexpensive but also denser than smoke, creating a beautiful sparkling dust around the subject, as you can see. Let me know what do you think. Okay, we are in the second scenario. This is fantastic set. What I try to make is 2 different moods, day and night, with just 2 lights. We start with the day, okay? Fake sun is passing through the windows. We use a real Venetian blind to recreate the shadow line behind the subject. Okay, to make this, we use a light X100 by Zhiyun, very far away from the Venetian blind to keep the very good shadow line. In this case, I use a cinefoil to close the angle of the light, and I modify here just to take off the light on the face. As you can see, I take off all the light on the face and just keep the shadow light on the shoulder. But we have a problem, the subject is not illuminated so well. To compensate the light on the face, I just had the G60 by Zhiyun with a little softbox to keep all the subject illuminated. Now the scene is almost perfect. We just miss one thing. Lord, tea time. With just one little detail, the scene is more characteristic. But we don't lose time and jump to the night scene. The X100 by Zhiyun is dual color, but 6500 Kelvin is not enough. I just had the blue gel to keep the light very cold. As you can see, the practical light is not making any light on the face, okay? Then we move the G60 by Zhiyun over the head to make the paramount light with the little softbox. The practical light was too bright. To contain the light, we just had the cinefoil to keep this part in the shadow. Wow, look this scene, it's so cinematic, and with just 2 lights, G60 and X100 by Zhiyun. But now we're gonna see the bonus tip. To have another night mood, just turn off the light and the scene is completely different. We did just 2 little things. We turn off the light and we put the eyes a little bit more up, and the other light we put just down a little bit to keep the subject in good illumination. Okay, this scene is done. Let's start with another scenario. I I wanted to recreate a cinematic moody effect. So, how do you do it? Well, straight to the bedroom. I started by placing X100 by Zhiyun as the key light, but the railing was blocking the way. Instead of getting frustrated, I saw an opportunity to create unique shadow lines that will add more depth to the scene. But it was just the beginning. The light was too strong and flat, so I placed fake grass in front of it to add some texture and create a more interesting look. And to illuminate the background, I used the clamp to position the G60 by Zhiyun with the cinefoil in a way that perfectly illuminated only the area I wanted to create more three-dimensionality. The result was already looking good, but it was missing the dreamy effect that would make it truly cinematic. So I added a bit of smoke and voila, the perfect cinematic moody effect was achieved. We just landed to the last scenario. In this case, I make the scene more complex. I use 4 light, 2 G60 and 2 X100 by Zhiyun. To have a really soft shadow on the face, I use X100 behind the silk flag. In this way, the shadow is really soft. The other 2 light I use it to make fake sun. The first one, X100, I used to illuminate the left part of the scene, and the other one, the G60, the half body of the subject and the cup of tea. To finish, I use another G60 to illuminate the right part of the scene. The reason why I use all this light is to have more three-dimensionality to the composition. We have come to the end of the video, and I hope you enjoy watching the first scenarios I recreated using only the new light by Zhiyun. I love working with these 2 new products, the X100 and G60, as they are powerful and very small. Make it such a deal breaker when it comes to the scenarios with small and cozy places like we had. I was also really impressed by the build quality that immediately catch my eyes as the first impression. It's amazing how you can create beautiful and magical scenes with just one or multiple lights. If you have any question about the video or ideas for the future scenarios, please leave them in the comment below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our future video. Thanks again for watching, this is Daniele and see you at the next one.